Hey everyone, what's good? You guys have been asking me forever to do a video on Ethan Go's story. And here it is. I did some digging and let me tell you, there's a ton of weird stuff going on here. Antarctica. We've talked about this mysterious continent a bunch of times, and that's exactly where Ethan was headed. But let's break it down step by step. In a nutshell, Ethan Go is a famous travel vlogger who's been jetting around the world for years in his own light aircraft, a Cessna 208. His fans are hooked not just on the stunning visuals, but also on his bold routes to some of the most remote spots on the planet. A few months back, he announced a huge new trip in his blog, calling it a flight to the edge of the world, but he kept the details vague, which honestly felt like a classic hype-building move. Officially, it was just a private flight, nothing meant to be a big deal. But then, rumors started swirling online that this was all a cover and Ethan had some hidden agenda in Antarctica. Today, we're diving deep into this truly bizarre story, and I'll show you some footage I found online supposedly shot by Ethan Go in Antarctica, which might have landed him in hot water. But these are just theories, so hold tight. First things first, don't forget to subscribe to my Telegram channel. It's super important so you can stay in the loop with all my new videos and live streams. The link's in the description and pinned comment. I also shared a quick version of Ethan's story with a snapshot from Antarctica over there already. And a huge shout out to everyone supporting me on Boosty. Videos drop there earlier than on YouTube now. Thank you so much for having my back during these crazy times. So, who is Ethan Go? He's a 19-year-old American pilot and vlogger of Chinese descent, born in Tianjin and raised in Florida, USA. He took his first flight as a teenager. According to public records, he started flight training at 15 and got his pilot license by 17. By the time of this year's events, he'd logged over 700 flight hours with trips across multiple continents and dozens of countries under his belt. That experience let him confidently fly his single-engine Cessna in any weather, as you can clearly see in the videos he's posted on social media. Let's be clear, Ethan's a skilled pilot, despite his young age. Last year, he launched a charity project called Flight Against Cancer, inspired by his cousin's battle with the disease. The goal? To become the first person to fly solo across all 7 continents in a light aircraft, raising funds for cancer research. He used a modified single-engine Cessna with an extra fuel tank, letting him stay airborne for up to 17 hours without refueling. Pretty impressive, right? Fast forward to late June this year. While in South America, Ethan took off from Punta Arenas, Chile, listing Ushuaia, Argentina as his possible destination in the flight plan. But instead, he unexpectedly landed at a Chilean Antarctic base called Teniente Marsh, located on King George Island. You're seeing footage from that base on your screens right now where Ethan might still be stuck. According to Chilean authorities, the landing was unauthorized and his submitted flight plan was inaccurate. This was seen as a violation of national aviation laws and the Antarctic Treaty. As a result, he was required to stay in Antarctica under Chilean jurisdiction for a 90-day investigation. 6 weeks later, a court offered to settle the situation, donate $30,000 to charity, and leave Chile with a 3-year ban on returning. After meeting those conditions, the charges were dropped. But here's the kicker. Ethan Go is still stuck in Antarctica as of this video's posting. And that's super weird, because like I said, the situation was supposedly resolved and the charges were dropped. Officially, his departure's been delayed due to rough weather and bureaucratic red tape with aviation and border authorities. He's still at that Antarctic base under Chilean jurisdiction. But what's even stranger, he's gone radio silent on social media, despite having internet access at the base. His accounts are quiet, almost like he's still under some kind of lockdown. And this is where things get really interesting. The case of 19-year-old pilot and vlogger Ethan Go stuck in Antarctica has sparked a wave of rumors and speculation. The official story sounds straightforward: an unauthorized landing at a Chilean base and a violation of the Antarctic Treaty. But online, people are buzzing with alternative theories. One theory suggests the landing wasn't an emergency, but carefully planned. Supposedly, Ethan wanted to get to Antarctica without jumping through the usual hoops of permits and bureaucracy. Some point to him veering over 1,000 kilometers off his filed flight path, which skeptics think could have been a PR stunt to boost attention for himself and his charity project. Another theory revolves around secret footage. Some speculate his goal wasn't just reaching the continent, but capturing exclusive shots, whether it's Antarctica's landscapes, life at research stations, or even something he wasn't supposed to film. Antarctica is a tightly restricted region, and getting there without the usual red tape would be a rare chance for any vlogger to share never-before-seen content with their audience. Then there's the wilder stuff, tied to old internet legends about the ice wall and secrets of the South Pole, things we've covered on this channel before in videos and streams. Some online communities believe access to certain parts of Antarctica is heavily controlled, and regular explorers are kept out. Fans of this theory think Ethan's landing in the wrong spot might have caught the authorities' attention, not because of paperwork, but because he got too close to something they're hiding. Others bring up geopolitics. Some see Ethan's situation as a convenient excuse for Chile to flex its control over its Antarctic territory. Detaining a young pilot and setting conditions for his release could be a way to assert influence and remind the world of their territorial claims, especially as global interest in polar regions grows. And then there's the most cautious but super intriguing theory. Ethan's delayed departure and extended stay at the base might not just be about weather or bureaucracy. Some believe aviation or even military authorities could be following special protocols, preventing him from leaving until certain unspoken conditions are met. Among the many rumors, one story stands out. Ethan allegedly tried to go live during his flight. According to some who claim to have tracked his route, the stream lasted just a few seconds. In that brief moment, people say they saw a massive ice wall and silhouettes of structures that looked too precise and technical to be natural, like futuristic towers or domes rising from the ice. But there's no solid proof. There's just this weird, still image circulating online, supposedly from Ethan's footage, which allegedly got him in trouble and landed him under arrest in Antarctica. The image is strange and raises a lot of questions. I'll let you judge it for yourselves. Check it out and let me know what you think in the comments. Official sources haven't mentioned any such livestream. Still, there's a short 5-second clip floating around online, supposedly from that broadcast. But as I mentioned, there's no way to verify its authenticity. It's low quality with no metadata or clear signs it was filmed from Ethan's plane. Skeptics are convinced it's a fake, fueled by the hype around his story and Antarctica's mysteries. But for believers, it's another piece of the puzzle suggesting something bigger was at play during his trip to Antarctica, something the public wasn't supposed to know about. All these theories are just speculation and rumors. The official stance from Chilean authorities and Ethan himself boils down to it being a complicated but accidental situation during a charity mission. Still, it's the gap between the facts and the theories that's driving the growing fascination with this story and Antarctica's mysteries. What do you guys think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'll keep talking about Antarctica, so make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on